days, but here we are for day 4 of the From Startup to Profit Challenge. So welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. As you pop in, please feel free to say hello. Let me know that you're watching, maybe where you're watching from, and maybe one word to describe the day that you're having. I would love to connect with you on that one because you know what? My day has been full of a lot of shiitake. So anyway, today here on day 4, isn't that just how life goes? On day 4 of the From Startup to Profit Challenge, we are going to be talking about, hey Melanie, thanks for being here, girl. Whoops. Thank you for being here, but we are just going to be talking about finding your passion and what are you passionate about so that we can begin to develop in your mind where you want to go with your business. So this is a really important exercise to do, and you may have done it before, but I'm going to ask you to invest some time in it and some energy in it in the From Startup to Profit training, because this is something that if you do it right, we can be happy in this and grow with this for the rest of our lives. Did you hear me? Is there a mic drop on that one? Oh my gosh, Melanie, I'm so sorry to hear you've had that kind of a day. My goodness, we really never know what's going to happen in the world anymore, right? So, goodness. But Melanie, as you think about that, getting your job put on hold, maybe that is going to be a great blessing for you, especially moving forward with your business. Who knows? I know there may be some trials in there, but thank you for sharing that. It's definitely something for all of us to think about. But today is all about you finding your passion. So I want you to ask yourself some questions today. I want you to ask yourself, what really lights me up? You see a lot of people asking questions like, what is the one thing you could talk about for 30 minutes without any preparation? Okay. What is the one thing you could think about? Oh, an activity manager at a care home. Sorry, I had to acknowledge that. Oh, Melanie. And so I'm sure there are people who are going to miss you in that role too. But getting right back to it here, I want you to think about for today in finding your passion, what are the things that light you up? What do you get really excited about? Or if you're like me, what do you really geek out over and have a lot of fun talking about, even if it may seem to other people kind of nerdy or something like that? Somebody says health and wellness. I could talk about that absolutely for 30 minutes at a time. For me, I might even put a spin on that to say natural wellness. I can talk about recovery from depression for a lot of time, because that is something that I am living through every single day. But I also geek out about what? Video marketing, right? So, and marketing in general, and growing businesses, growing, thriving businesses, and helping women do the same thing. So, these are things that light me up. And you know who I connect with when I talk about those things? I connect with people like you who are my people who like the same things that I do, right? And so when I connect with people like you, um, I get to live my life in a joyful way. Do you see what I mean? By sharing what I care about, what I'm passionate about, what I want to do for others, that lights my fire every single day to get out and just do more of the same. And so when we do this thing right, thinking about what lights you up, not necessarily just what do you think that your clients need, what do where do you feel like you could help them with the skills that you've got. In the grand scheme of things, as you plan out your business and your life, you can live very happily when you're in alignment with what you love to do and what you do every day. Do you see what I mean? And so we want to begin again with the end in mind, just like I talked about at the beginning of this training. We want to begin with the end in mind and be sure that you end up in your happy place in your business. Because remember the old mantra that we used to hear about, if when you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, right? So that's the kind of position we want to be putting ourselves in. We want to be putting ourselves and creating a space for ourselves to work in what we already know that we love to do and what lights us up. So here's an example, and I'm just going to be very transparent. I'm always very transparent with all of you. But when I first started my own Facebook group here a few months ago, it was called Positive and Purposeful Women Entrepreneurs with Depression, or Women Entrepreneurs Overcoming Depression Together. But the thing was that what I came to know about myself in just a really short time is that even though, excuse me, In my heart of hearts, I want to help women entrepreneurs with depression be successful in their businesses. But what was very, very challenging for me in that was to be able to talk about depression every single day and to feel like um, perhaps the women I wanted to work with, they perhaps don't want to talk about it every day either because we are busy living our lives. And for the most part, most women entrepreneurs that I know who have depression like I do have a pretty positive mindset and continue to plow through the day. And I think that is one of the most interesting things about depression is that we just don't expect to see it that way. And so little by little, the group has changed to where now I'm focused more on the entrepreneurial side of things because that is truly what lights me up. Not that I don't want to minister and not that I won't minister to those women entrepreneurs with depression who need me. It's still a big part of what I do. It happens every Wednesday with the Wednesday Spotlight in my group where I interview one woman entrepreneur every week who is in business and I chat with them about their business and help them share their story. So it's going to be an ongoing piece of what I do. And later, I have courses that I'm going to launch related to Depression Recovery Made Easy. That's going to be coming. But also, I know that as women entrepreneurs, whether we have depression or not, we need to make money. We need to grow businesses. We need to grow thriving online businesses so that we can prosper and stay at home because I really feel like this is the biggest way that I can help any woman entrepreneur with depression is to help her have a thriving business at home where she has flexibility to schedule her days and can take off when she needs to take off and all of those kind of things. So I hope you see where I'm going with that. I have been gradually finding my passion to where I am now, really just serving women entrepreneurs in general to help them grow these thriving online businesses at home because this is a passion of mine. I have always loved marketing and enjoyed marketing, and it's one of those things that I can talk about for 30 minutes with no prep, right? So, what kind of advice do people ask you for all the time? What do they single you out for? And you get kind of the same questions from a lot of different people about how do you do this? How do you do that? Right? Those are the kind of things that you can grow into a business. All right. And you will be doing. Hey Jess, I'm so glad you're here watching from YouTube. Awesome. But yeah, this is exciting because when we're living in that space where we're doing what we love to do anyway, ain't life grand? Ain't life grand? Because I get to wake up every day and show up the way that I want to show up. And I just, it just really is, so helpful to us because we're living a life we love. And you see now, probably, how does that relate to just the name of the Facebook group? The Facebook group says Savvy Women Entrepreneurs um, growing savvy women entrepreneurs leaving the 9 to 5 to live a life they love. See, I was stumped there for just a second. And so, yeah, this is an amazing thing. I want you to step in that space. So your assignment today is to think about and list for me what are the things that you enjoy teaching about or talking about and can speak about for 30 minutes at a time without any preparation. And along with that, what kinds of advice do people come to you asking for? Okay. What are you always giving advice about? What are you the go-to person for on certain topics? And I got to put this caveat in there because I'm also kind of the family nurse. So, be sure it's the role that you enjoy because you may have a few areas like that in your life that you're seen as the go to person. So, choose one for your business that lights your heart up, that just gets you on fire to, um, to work with every single day. When you do that, you're going to have a business plan and a business growing that is something you're going to love to work on for years and years and years to come. And your people are going to automatically flock to you. Okay. This is the thing. They're going to see you as the person they can go to for that. and you're automatically going to have your people finding you because you've got what they need. All right. So that's the task for today. I will post later. I've got an errand I need to run. Like I mentioned earlier, I've had a lot of shiitake come up in my life today. So I am late with this video post, but I will get the written post up in the Facebook group here soon. Now, for those of you who are watching on another channel, perhaps on YouTube, I want you to hop on over to Facebook and join my Facebook group, Savvy Women Entrepreneurs Leaving the 9 to 5 to Live a Life They Love. Love to have you in there. We do a lot of free training in addition to even what you're getting right here. So it's an awesome group, and we are fast on the grow. And for those of you in the Facebook group, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Do me that favor and click on your notifications so that you get notified whenever I go live. Sometimes I just go live on YouTube and vice versa. So don't want you to miss out on anything. But thank you for being here. That is your assignment. Remember, list out the kind of advice that you are usually called upon for giving and the kind of things that you really enjoy talking and teaching people about all the time. Okay. These are things that are probably just going to be, I never thought of it that way. So hope that's the case. I will check in with you soon. God bless.